Welcome to Thriving Moms of Autistics podcast, a free resource for moms raising young autistic children. I am your host, Dr. Christina Wilson. I created Thriving Moms of Autistics after years of experience working with families and having my own autistic child. I coach moms of young autistics one-on-one to tap into their strengths, create a supportive community, set firm boundaries, and raise their autistic child with confidence. Subscribe to the podcast and check out the earlier episodes so you don't miss a thing. Now, let's get to it. Hi, moms. Ready for your weekly dose of support, sunshine, and strength on your autism journey? Well, in this episode, I explore a game changer. It's huge and all aspects of your life, especially your autism journey. It's a superpower, and it starts in your mind. So find the full transcript for this episode at thrivingmomsofautistics.com/65. You can also share a review with other moms. So leave a review on Apple Podcasts, and that way the podcast will reach other moms. I appreciate you. So how moms of autistics view challenges makes all the difference. Imagine the last big meltdown or serious hurdle that you had with your child. As you climb that mountain, you tell yourself things like, this is too much. I can't do this. Perhaps you think that you're not cut out to be a good mom, or that you aren't made for this. That is the voice fixed mindset. Have you ever had that? Honestly, I think we all have, at least once. It had that experience. And when things were just really hard. So fixed insinuates that you're stuck or you're not able to move forward. It means that it can't get better. It is what it is, right? It also means that people can't change. Do you believe that? Can people not change? Well, thinking back 30 years ago, whenever I got to the field of psychology, I was operating on the premise that people absolutely could change, because otherwise, what am I doing? Why am I even in this field? And over the years, I have seen people change, and I've seen changes occur that no one ever thought could. So it is possible that people can change. There's evidence for that. So according to the research, mindset plays a significant role in life's outcome and impacts our well-being as well. A growth mindset means that skills and abilities can grow with effort and perseverance. One might consider setbacks as a learning experience or a learning opportunity or steps for growth. Our children are really, really good at defying the odds, aren't they? They tackle things that seem so impossible and do things that others say they never would do. How many of us have seen that? We could really learn from that. So, how do we embrace this growth mindset magic? Growth mindset doesn't happen overnight, okay? It takes time and it takes practice. And, it's not just something that it's something that you build. So I'm going to give you 3 power moves to achieve that. All right? You ready? So the first is control the narrative. In the midst of a meltdown, You might shift your thinking from, he is being so difficult, to, he's feeling so overwhelmed right now. So, how can I help him through that? So move from blaming to understanding and growing and you just empathizing. The second is more than just the outcome, right? You have to celebrate the effort. And it's common for us to refer to the little things for us are not so little in comparison to parenting neurotypicals, right? And something that seems just so simple and easy isn't for us. So we get really excited about those little things. Uh, So my son struggles with his handwriting, and I think that's pretty common uh, with kids, especially when they have sensory issues. And he hates working on it. He gets frustrated easily. He's a little perfectionist, so that doesn't help. And OCD, you know, that that makes it even harder. And he often has to revise his work. So I take notice when I see small improvement. Now, always remember that noticing is encouraging. Okay. Noticing is encouraging. That is important because this gives him a thirst that he needs to persist. Now, the third thing is that you are a role model for your child. Scary, isn't it? Because we're not perfect and we have missteps and we do our best. We really do. But we've got to lead by example. So talk to your child about learning new things and that things can be scary. Overcoming those obstacles and embracing mistakes as learning opportunities. My son often says, I can do hard things. And he's right. He can do hard things. I have a little example. Sometimes I like to give you examples. Um, I was sitting right here in the office and I heard my son across the hall. Something went wrong and he got frustrated and he said a naughty word. So I thought, okay, do I say something? When it's attention seeking? I didn't think it was, but in case I didn't want to, feed that necessarily. So I just kind of listened and he was able to de-escalate himself and he was okay. Um, so later on that night, I was making cookies and I burned myself. And what did I do? I said the same thing. And I thought, can't believe I just said that. And I hear him in the other room. "Mom, are you okay?" And I said, yes, yes, honey, I'm okay. I said, mommy just burned herself a little bit, but I'm fine. And you know what? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. And so I was very upfront about it. Told him, I said, this is something mommy is working on and mommy's going to get better, at this and, handle this better. So that right there is an example of a growth mindset. So taking something that has happened and growing from it and moving forward and not getting stuck in, right? Not getting fixed. So a growth mindset isn't about being perfect. It's just not. And it's not about achieving instant results. It's about choosing hope over doubt and effort over resignation and learning over giving up. So with each challenge, each setback, each meltdown, turn triumph, we grow stronger and more resilient and um, closer to that thriving mama that we deserve to be, because we can be, we can get there. So go forth and unleash your inner growth warrior. The journey, with all its twists and all its turns, is where all the magic happens. And as I always say, we were never promised this perfect life. It isn't for anybody, even if it looks that way. I promise you it's. And, you know, there's going to be bumps in the road. It's not going to be smooth sailing. And that is life, right? So one thing you can do is to start a journal. I know. I am not big on journaling. I know people that love it and really get into it, but I'm not really a journaler. But this is a little bit different. So you have like a little notebook that you kind of keep. And so when you catch your growth mindset wins, track them, write them down, keep note of them. Encouraging yourself by noticing those small changes and celebrating them is really important. And unfortunately, as moms, we don't always get that. Like, we can do that for our children, but we can't, nobody really does it for us all the time. So be that person for yourself and cheer yourself on. Catch yourself doing that. It makes such a difference. So be inspired to keep growing and thriving. And don't forget to subscribe to the Thriving Moms of Autistics YouTube channel or your favorite podcast for weekly doses of sunshine on your autism journey. All right, I will see you next week.
Thanks for listening to Thriving Moms of Autistics podcast. Be sure to leave a review and tell other moms of autistics about the podcast. Let's support each other. Find the full transcript for this episode at thrivingmomsofautistics.com. And be assured, you are not alone in your journey.